Hey y'all, how you doing? So, I know you guys are on quarantine just like me. Did you know that you can get margaritas to go in Texas? You can. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to come on here today to talk about cleaners, sanitizer, disinfectants, because I think there's like a huge misconception about what a cleaner is, what a sanitizer is, and what a disinfectant is. So, cleaners, and you guys know I distribute product for Young Living, certified aromatherapist. So I spend a lot of time talking to people about healing modalities with essential oils and other therapeutic means. So one of the products that Young Living sells is Thieves Household Cleaner, which is a cleaner. It says that on the bottle. Cleaners remove dirt, impurities on surfaces. They don't claim to kill germs, but they help reduce the risk of spreading germs. So the first thing that anybody should be doing when it comes to surfaces in their homes are cleaning them. The CDC recommends a simple, soap and water solution. I like to enhance with Thieves Household Cleaner. That's just my preference. I really love the aroma of it. I love that it helps bind dirt and other particles so that you can ensure that when you're cleaning your surfaces, you're actually cleaning them. Sanitizers, on the other hand, are chemical based to help reduce bacteria. And per the CDC, sanitizers can reduce the bacteria by 99.9%. And then thirdly, there are disinfectants. So disinfectants are also a chemical. Their purpose is to kill germs. They don't claim, though, to remove germs, but they do kill them. So the goal here is clean your surfaces, then disinfect to kill germs, but they don't clean them. Disinfectants also help reduce the spread of germs. Okay. So what's the proper use? How are you using a cleaner versus a sanitizer versus a disinfectant? Again, I'll repeat, the best approach is to clean your surface. So clean it. If you don't use Thieves Household Cleaner, which I love, use a simple soap and water solution. That's the same thing when it comes to washing your hands. You're using soap and water. That is to clean your hands, okay? Next is when you're disinfecting, make sure you're leaving the disinfectant on your surface for at least 10 minutes. That is what the CDC and EPA recommend. Leave the disinfectant on your surface for at least 10 minutes before you wipe it away. So what are some options? I talked about Thieves Household Cleaner. That is what I love. Again, the CDC and EPA recommend a simple water and soap solution. I keep seeing this meme going around that Black people have been putting bleach in their water since forever. And I'm like, stop killing your DNA, okay? All you need is soap and water to clean. If you're using sanitizers, so like we use hand sanitizers, again, I mentioned earlier, that cleans 99.9% of germs. Make sure it's alcohol based. Sanitizers need to be 60 to 95% alcohol. For everybody who on the planet who thinks they can use just regular vodka, guess what? You're wrong. It says it on the bottle. It's 40% alcohol by volume, which means it's only 40%. That means it's not 60. It means it's 40. So if you're using, what you can use though, because you can use isopropyl alcohol. So that's the alcohol you get from the store, and it's normal isopropyl alcohol, the stuff you just, like I said, you buy from like CVS or whatever. But I prefer grain alcohol, which is alcohol. It ain't vodka though. So it's like, it's alcohol you can drink, but it ain't vodka. It is Everclear, as an example. Everclear is one brand that has a 100 to 190 proof grain alcohol. So I live in Texas. There are manufacturers of grain alcohol. They don't sell it as a liquor. They sell it as a grain alcohol for situations like you wanting to make your own hand sanitizer or make other sanitizing products. We can't get that shipped here in Texas without a license. So, but I can go buy Everclear. So I can go buy Everclear and use Everclear in any type of sanitizing solution that I want to make. Again, if I get a 190 proof, that's like 95% alcohol by volume. So I can dilute that down with other ingredients, as long as I don't dilute it down more than 60% by volume. So I can add like glycerin, I can add aloe vera and stuff like that, which is really nourishing to the hands. If I want to add, moisture back into that product, should I want to use it on my hands. But using it on a surface, hell, you can just spray Everclear and at the 120 to 190 proof on your counter, let it sit, let it kill the germs, and then wipe it away. And then lastly, disinfectants. So disinfectants, there are, most people are using bleach. And like I said, bleach is very toxic. It is rearranging your DNA. Most people, what they're talking about right now is, how, this thing is disproportionately, and I say this thing because I don't want to mention the name of it, because then my video is going to get like, I don't know, people are going to start tracking it or whatever. I'm being a conspiracy theorist at this point, but let's just say that thing. That this thing is disproportionately impacting Black Americans. Well, like I told you earlier, there's this meme going around about Black people have been putting bleach in their dishwater since forever. And I've like never done that. I'm from the hood too. And never put bleach in my water. You wonder why we have a high rate of asthma in the Black community. It's probably because you're putting bleach in your water. Yeah. Anyway, there's an alternative to chlorine bleach, hydrogen peroxide. The CDC and EPA both say that hydrogen peroxide is sufficient as a disinfectant. Yes, it is. So rather than using bleach, which is emitting these toxic fumes into your environment, use hydrogen peroxide. Simple. Commercially available, you can get 3% hydrogen peroxide, which is wonderful. And you can use that in making your own disinfectants. Hell, you can just spray hydrogen peroxide on your counter, leave it for 10 minutes and wipe it away, and you've done the disinfecting job. I'm going to recommend a little DIY blend just because I like to enhance my hydrogen peroxide. But go to the CDC's website, go to the EPA's website, you can see how effective that they've indicated hydrogen peroxide can be. The CDC, and I'm going to link the manual that the CDC produced in the description, so you can go to that manual and read about disinfectants, cleaners, sanitizers, alternatives to chlorine bleach, because they even say in the EPA guide how chlorine bleach can be bad for the respiratory system of humans. So hydrogen peroxide has been used since the 1920s to disinfect surfaces. This isn't new. This is just information that hasn't been widely shared because people seem to love bleach. Ooh, I've never loved bleach. In fact, I've always hated bleach. And I used it before I went fully non-toxic just because I thought I had to. But I've learned so much since that time. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide can be used in a DIY I wanted to make for you guys, or wanted to share with you guys, if you're in Young Living or you buy products from Young Living and you use these household cleaner, and a great disinfectant, hydrogen peroxide, 7 ounces, 1 ounce of thieves cleaner, and then 10 to 20 drops of lemon essential oil or an essential oil of your choice. Make that bottle, set it aside, obviously continuously clean your environment, but when you're ready to disinfect, have this bottle ready so that you can spray it on your counter, leave it for 10 minutes and clean away. So my whole goal today was to just get in here and make a really quick video to talk about cleaners, sanitizers, and disinfectants, in hopes that I can help you guys learn non-toxic ways of making sanitizers and disinfectants without further hurting your DNA or further hurting your respiratory system, because at the end of the day, we're talking about a virus that impacts our respiratory system. And what we want to do and we want to prevent is further damaging that system by toxic chemicals. All right. Thanks so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.